Hi. Again, it's probably been about a month since I've done a video, and I feel a little bit more lost. Okay. I think the last video I was talking about the Vyvanse and how it was kind of helping me manage some of the things that hold me back or whatever. But like, okay, so Vyvanse is meant to treat ADD, which I mostly likely have some of that. But what I also have is an extreme, no, it's not extreme visually, but like a pretty intrusive case of like OCD, like obsessive thoughts, anxiety. So what is been happening is that like my apparently from what I understand is that like the two disorders are like related with the same in the same place of your brain as your brain, but they are kind of, they're similar but they're opposite in a lot of ways. So like someone who has both, I would say more OCD than ADD, it looks differently. So as someone who has been struggling and continues to struggle to identify with themselves, because it's very difficult for me to be in touch with me and what's affecting me and just kind of who I am and stuff, and like in relation to people and just even in relation to myself and to the world. I trust other people. Like I have to like go to professionals and try and be as honest as possible. They look at me and they listen to me and then they diagnose. And then I have to trust them. So then I have to take the treatment and see how it affects me, and then go from there, and say yay or nay, or this is what's happening, and then re-evaluate. So what I'm finding is that like, we know the Vyvanse has given me some kind of new, a little bit new, like energy kind of, but what it's also doing is like making it clear, and I think even exacerbating the problem of my obsessive compulsive disorder. So and with the Vyvanse, at least it's giving me a little bit more of an inclination of doing some of the things that drive me nuts, but I have no energy to do anything about. I can do a little bit more, but what I'm finding is that there's little relief in completing a task or doing the thing that bothers me and making it perfect or clean or whatever. And what I'm gonna continue to find, is that I'm gonna continue to strive for perfection. I'm gonna continue to strive to complete these things that bother me, and I'm still not gonna live. I'm, trying to take care of my place. It's by organizing and giving every place, everything a place, getting rid of things that aren't needed or aren't necessary. It's a little bit easier for me to do, but I can still not find that lamp. Sorry, it doesn't have a lampshade, because I found I know it's too bright, but I found the lamp itself in a thrift store. I found 2 of them. I really like them. I just have to find lampshades for them to go. But like, yeah, I'm doing things like that. Like, I'm kind of like piecing to get like those little planters. You know, I bought them. They were brown. I didn't like them, so I spray painted them, and I like the color of them now. And I took out, like, I had this big aloe vera that was getting really big and unruly, and I took it out and just kept a bit to make it nicer. Anyway, I'm trying to be more creative, and like, you know, I bought a couple vases from the thrift stores, and I'm spray painting them, but don't really like how they're turning out, so that's okay. I bought an old painting that I tried fixing up, and like, I'm just giving myself a bit of a chance to be a little creative. But anyway, the reason why I'm saying that is like, because it kind of goes with like, it's not actually anything that feels good. It's not like real. It's their obsessions, and it's like, I constantly thinking about what I can buy or what I can do next to my place to make it nicer or better so that I feel done. And it's just making it harder. So like, I had family members stay here. They only stayed here a night. I mean, this is a very small place, so they stayed close in a hotel and then stayed here for a night, because the point was to like be with us and see us, and so it was like, you know, preparing and getting things together and making things organized, and you know, and then once they left, like, I just crashed, and now I have my brother coming for a night, and I'm kind of trying to do the same thing, like make things kind of more perfect and together, and anyway, like, I just it's not real. Like, it's not. I'm being driven. I've always been driven by something that's not mine. I know I've said this before. I've also said the point of these videos is to kind of figure out who I am and share who I am. And I think a lot of the time I maybe sound like I'm blaming or being a victim. Well, I mean, it's just the way it is. I'm not trying to blame. I'm not trying to like be a victim. I don't want to be like that anymore. I don't want my past to rule me. But the problem is that things happened to me too young, and people fucked me around too early and too much and all the time, that I created a way of living and thinking to survive and to thrive, try and thrive, and to make it and stay alive. The problem is that, like, I can't undo that. And if I try and think any kind of differently, like, I can't. So I try and act differently in order to feel differently. That's what you're taught, is that if you don't like how you're feeling, change what you're doing. So I try to do things that I would want to do if I felt like doing them. And I try and have people in my life that I do trust and love and would like it to have in my life. However, there's just so much questions in my head that get in the way, and so much overwhelm And, you know, like even when, and it all stems from shit that happened to me that I can't control. I can't control any of the stuff that happened to me. Yes, I'm continuing EMDR. Yes, there's still too much time in between sessions. The last session was, you know, I was doing the eye movement thing, and for like the 4-year-old self of me, because that's when I identified when I started to have my own thoughts, I guess 4 or 5, somewhere in there. And I realized like that's literally when, because I could have my own thoughts, that's when all the questions were starting. Like I was questioning God. I was questioning why am I alive? Questioning like what's like, I just didn't know what was real. What was real, what wasn't, what was like to be trusted in the universe and like in life and people. And then continuously throughout my life, I would have people either fighting for me, but it wasn't for me. It was for them. It was for like how they looked or what they wanted to feel. So I was always meant to, it was like I was meant to make people feel better about themselves. Which is a really shitty way of looking at life. Because that means I think that everybody thinks that I'm like, you know, dumb and ugly and stupid and not worth anything. And that being around me makes them feel better. Or being with me makes them feel better about themselves. Or having them in my life, or like me being in their life makes them feel like a good person or something. And that's just kind of, that's the truth of how I feel. It's not the truth, but that's the closest thing to the truth that I know because of the way I was treated and stuff. How do you get rid of that? How? Also, how do you get rid of these things? Like, I can't control the obsessive thoughts. I try and control the compulsions. But when the compulsions are finally able to, sometimes when your compulsions are, you're finally able to like do some organizing or some cleaning or get things together and make things aesthetically pleasing. I can't let those ones go because I'm finally able to like feel like a functioning human a little bit sometimes. But they're not, it's just not real. I don't know how, I keep saying that, but I don't know how to explain it. It's difficult for me to I'm trying really fucking hard. Like, I'm trying really hard to get to a place of at least knowing myself a little bit better so that I can, you know, feel a little bit more real. Like, I feel like I'm making my own choices. I'm not just reacting. I'm not just obsessing and then compulsing. I'm not just like, you know, And anyway, yeah, it's a work in progress. I am raw right now. Like, I'm feeling raw. My my brother's coming down, and you know, we have a very not strained relationship, but very like distant relationship. We don't know each other very well. I can't express myself very well. I get worried, and then like I share a little bit, and then, but not like, not what matters, you know. Anyway, and he's got his own journey and stuff like that. So he would like to probably talk about our grandmother passing and what to do about that, or how to talk about that. And I feel very defensive. I feel very nervous and scared that that it's not like I can really talk about that with him without him knowing me first, because I feel nervous of like the judgment of like how I actually feel about it, and what I actually want to talk about, kind of like when it comes to like my grandma. So I guess because like I just I don't know. I if 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 people want to be in my life, they have to kind of know me. And I don't know if it's appropriate or necessary to share like my history, like, cause like we're brother and sister, and we were separated very little. He's the one that I, you know, I've always felt like I gave away during that the big last fight. And so I always felt, you know, to some degree like responsible as like a 3-year-old. And to some degree also like, you know, that like his dad, who I thought was my dad at the time, picked him and not me. So I always felt kind of like the martyr of the situation, or like the last pick or whatever. So and I think that he had always had an idea that like I was more connected to family and more kind of like, I guess like down the road my aunt tried to raise me. But like what he doesn't understand is that like, you know, I was tossed around a lot and not really loved. And you know, my strongest family connections are not of blood. Anyway, so like I don't know, like I don't know how to be real but not like unload a bunch of shit. Anyway, I guess we'll see how it goes. feel like I have to have a plan to like how to act, how to talk to him and stuff, but like I don't know what's right. I don't know what's genuine, what's how to get someone to know you without dumping a bunch of stuff. So like I don't know. I don't know what to do. But talking about our grandmother and her passing and like how that's, you know, and my aunt's connected to that, there's no way around talking about any of that stuff without talking about like who I am to those people, or who I wasn't, and who I am now as a result, and what I'm trying to like, how I'm trying to live. So I don't know. Like, I think I do know maybe, and I just don't want to feel that vulnerable maybe with him. I'm not sure. It's a good heart. He's a really good guy. I think I don't know him well, but what I do know about him is that he's genuine, and he's got a good soul and a good heart, and he's a really good guy, and he's had his own struggles, I'm sure. I mean, I know, but like I think possibly, I mean, not only is he male, so males process and think differently, but he's not me. I have to remember, he didn't have the same upbringing. I'm sure it wasn't great. I mean, I know it wasn't great. I'm sure there was good spots and stuff, and maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I'd like to know. I'd like to know. I'd like to know how it was. I don't know. And also, I'd like him to know how it was for me and how it is still for me. But I also not sure if that's invited or wanted. Because like everybody processes differently. Everybody heals differently. Everybody lives differently. So some people can forget about the past and it not affect them as much, and like that's what helps them is to get through, is to like not dredge up old stuff and just kind of fake it till you make it and be happy and healthy and do happy actions and stuff. But that's just it's not possible for me. It wears me out. It makes me fake. And I'm just producing actions that aren't mine. So I guess that's more so the feelings of like, I don't want to be vulnerable when if it's not welcome or whatever. And not meaning it's not welcome because he doesn't love me or doesn't want to love me or anything like that, but like, you know what I mean? For reasons that are genuine and good for him. And that, I mean, kind of goes with anybody and everybody. I would like to have relationships, but I would like to have relationships that are real. And in order for them to be, and I'm sure they're real to other people that are like, you know, healthy and on the surface and able to just push forward. But in order for me to have a relationship that's real, it needs to be like, I need to like be free to be me at my rawest. I don't know if that's okay. I don't know if that's healthy or okay. It may look dark and dingy right now because I'm going through all this stuff and it's all at the forefront. I'm not sure if I'll ever be capable of like just being on the surface and being okay and doing things and like just living forward. And but any relations that I have with anybody have been, none of them are to the depths of what I would need them to be. I think, like, you know, and that's why, like, I'm just very sheltered. I just leave people alone for the most part. Recoil almost. Stay away from people. Because I end up feeling really empty and hurt. I don't get what I need. And I'm not sure if what I need is even possible, or if that's something that I should be wanting to get from people. I think it's most likely because, like, I just never had that deep connection or that bond with anybody that you're supposed to, like your mom, like, you know, your mom, your dad, like, siblings. And maybe because it wasn't there, I think that it's supposed to be deeper. But like maybe I do have that. I just always feel like there's something missing or something deeper that's supposed to be there. But that goes again to me not bringing all of me to the table. So I'm not sure. Like, I just don't know. What I do know is that I'm tired of having these disorders run my life. I'm tired of living in lists and to-dos. So when someone gives me a sheet, a goal sheet, or, you know, another thing that I'm supposed to be adding on to my fucking daily, like, routines that are supposed to help me, it's not practical for me. Like, it's like not possible. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to be. I don't know how to be. That's what I mean by I don't know what's allowed and stuff. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to be. All I know is that what I feel like I'm supposed to be isn't working for me. It's not enough. I do this personality thing, like, and it turns out that I'm most likely like one of the, like, that rare fucking INSJ or whatever fuck it is. Obviously, I'm sure. That super, you know, internal feeling helper, fucking, like, introverted, you know, deep fucking thinker, and, like, you know, but I mean, I understand that, like, personality traits are like, your personality is most likely, you know, your reaction to the shit around you and things that happen to your life and all that. So that's what I mean, is that like, yeah, okay, cool, it's my personality, but like I never chose any of that. I know we don't really necessarily choose it because our personality is like, it's formed when you're young, right? Like mostly. But if you are in a situation where you're not given what you need and you're only abused and neglected and all that, obviously your personality is going to be like completely affected by that. And like, you don't have a chance at trying to live a normal life unless you can identify some things. And that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm trying to identify, but the more that I identify, the more painful it is, because like I just don't have the tools within me or the ability to fucking do what I'm supposed to do to try and be better or feel better. Because I still am trapped in my fucking thoughts, and still am trapped in my fucking anxiousness and depression and fucking hopelessness and PTSD. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to get myself out of this shit? I'm trying medications. And like, certain and I'm getting misdiagnosed and underdiagnosed and overdiagnosed in some things. Like, I'm not. It's an extremely hard fucking life to try and recover from bullshit. And in today's world, we should be a lot better at identifying and helping people who have struggled in life because of I don't know, maybe there should be a fucking thing where like you have to prove that you can be a parent before you can fucking produce or something. I don't know, that sounds like really fucking controlling, but it's only gonna get worse for people. The less connected we are, the less real we are, the less fucking, helpful the medical fucking section in the fucking government is with people with addictions and fucking traumas and OCD, and all that is fucking a result of like disordered fucking thinking because of fucking shit that happened to people, and that there's just no recognition or whatever. And if you look like a fucking duck and you're overweight and you don't do much of anything because of whatever, and you can't explain that, it's chalked up to laziness, poor choices, and being a disgusting person. And normally somebody like that has those attributes has very low self-esteem, very low self-confidence, very little ability to advocate for themselves or even know who the fuck they are, because everybody's telling them this or that, and the way your mind works. So yeah, I'm in a jail that I did not create myself. It was a reaction to all the shit that everybody did and didn't do and all that. And then my little brain and my little body created a safe place that I cannot get out of. I can't get out of it. breathing, belly breathing is really good tool. It feels unimportant. It feels too little to do anything, but it is a really important tool. And proper sleep and proper diet. I understand. And proper water intake and all that. You know, the basic. But how do you get the basics down when you're completely overrun with a negativity, with hopelessness, with pains, with obsessive thoughts, with overwhelming feelings, with insomnia, with, you know, like how the fuck do you expect people to just randomly start having better fucking habits? I had my follow-up with the dietitian today, she's more than a dietitian. She's quite good. She's obviously trained in trauma therapy. She's obviously very well informed with certain medications, and quite good at her job. So I'm grateful that I was able to speak with her today. That was through the bariatric weight management clinic thing. So we talked about the meds, and we talked about she helped me with the breathing, and that really kind of helped and calmed me down in the moment. She informed me about a book that I could listen to. I didn't realize that there's a Libby app, Libby, Libby, which is the library app, and you can actually some of the books are available through like audio, and you can just borrow a book through the app if you have a library card, and listen to some books for free. And so I did that and downloaded one of the ones that she recommended, which is a fella by the name of Peter Levine, and apparently he's got a really calm voice, and there's a book called Healing Trauma. So I'll listen to that, because that will only help. Maybe instead of obsessively playing video games or watching TV, I could do that a little bit. I also booked a follow-up appointment with my doctor to talk about just kind of what I talked to her about regarding meds and regarding, because the thing is, like, okay, so what I started to talk about in the beginning of this video is that the Vyvanse helps for, you know, about 6-7 hours of the day in regards to, you know, like appetite suppressant and, you know, a little bit of the reducing some of the overwhelming thoughts, but also what I'm finding is that, like, I did kind of say that, is that it's increasing or making me more aware. I think it's increasing the OCD thoughts kind of outside of the med times, which is scary because, you know, with the 50 milligrams I was on, I was, you know, experiencing pretty severe suicidal ideation. And with the 40 milligrams, it's there, but it's, you know, I just quickly take the pill and then, like, you know, it's kind of gone. So, but it's that doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel right. And yeah, the OCD. right? The OCD is it's killing me. So anyway, so I'm gonna talk to him about, you know, a possible med adjustment. You know, I do have the PRN for the anxiety, but like I don't take it because I never really have like an overly anxious like panic attack thing. That's what like the Ativan is for. I need more so like probably like antidepressant, anti-anxiety. Like I don't know, but like these are just meds that are just like, you know, kind of covering up a little bit of this or that, but really like, you know, the work that I'm doing with the EMDR therapist and, you know, possibly listening to books like Treating Trauma and doing some of these things that I'm doing and reaching out to people and trying to like answer some questions of myself and trying to connect deeper with people or figure out if that's appropriate. I think those are the things that are like going to be consistently trying to figure out the deeper stuff to help hopefully alleviate some of this brain survival mechanism, like coping skill shit that is not working for me anymore. So I don't mean to be a fucking downer. Also, the doctor at the weight loss clinic said she was going to refer me to a new psychiatrist, which I was grateful for. However, I looked up the psychiatrist, and I am not grateful for that because it does not look like he's going to be a good fit. So what I'm going to try and do is reach out to the one that I am connected to still and see what he has to say. At least I'm connected with somebody, and if I don't like what he has to say, I can leave it alone. But I think it sounds to me from the reviews of this new guy that the one that I have will at least be a better option until, because like he initially did suggest a couple of good things. So I just got to take everything with a grain of salt. I think I am getting more aware of myself and what I need and what I don't need compared to last year when I was talking to him and he suggested some of these meds that actually I'm still taking. So it's possible that I'm nervous about the thought of like him thinking that Vyvanse is not a good fit for me because I do like the med for certain things. So we'll see. Although the doctor at the weight loss clinic suggested a couple of different other meds that help for like weight loss and stuff like that. But she did say that they're very expensive, not all the time covered, and that they're injections. And I don't like the idea of that because that's something you can't taper off of or stop taking. That's injected. Also, weight loss and weight gain and this weight thing is a fucking symptom. So I would be taking a pretty drastic med for a symptom of the problem. The actual problem. Where the OCD stems from, where the obsessive thoughts stem from, where the depression stems from, where the PTSD stems from. All that. We all know. But like, I do need to survive and not get any fatter. So it's possible I'll look into that or talk about it, ask about it, whatever. We'll see. Anyway, I don't know how I'm gonna get this fucking video on my YouTube, fucking hidden YouTube channel, because I can't access it for some reason. Figure it out. Maybe. Okay, love you, bye. I'm sorry. I'm fine. I'm okay, obviously, because, like, I'm being honest and having emotions and still surviving. So, like, love you. Bye.